Welcome to your complete guide on how to fly an airplane. Whether you're dreaming of becoming a pilot or just curious about what it takes to soar the skies, this guide will walk you through everything you need to know, step by step, from pre-flight checks to landing safely. 1. Understanding the airplane. First, get familiar with the basic parts of an airplane. Fuselage, the main body where passengers and cargo sit. Wings provide lift to keep the plane in the air. Engines provide thrust to move the airplane forward. Cockpit, the pilot's control room, filled with instruments and controls. Landing gear, the wheels used for takeoff and landing. Flaps and ailerons, movable parts on the wings that control lift and roll. 2. Pre-flight preparations. Before any flight, thorough preparations are essential. Flight plan. Determine your route, altitude, and weather conditions. Weather check. Confirm visibility, wind speed, storms, or turbulence. Aircraft inspection. Check the airplane physically for any damage, fuel level, oil, tire condition, control surfaces, and instruments. Weight and balance. Ensure the airplane isn't overloaded and weight distribution is correct for safe flight. 3. The cockpit and controls. Once inside the cockpit, understanding the key controls and instruments is critical. Yoke or control stick controls the airplane's pitch up, down, and roll left or right. Throttle controls engine power. Rudder pedals control the yaw, turning the airplane's nose left or right. Instruments include altimeter height, airspeed indicator speed, attitude indicator plane's angle relative to horizon, compass, and vertical speed indicator. 4. Starting the engine. Starting an airplane engine involves turning on electrical systems, checking fuel and oil pressure, engaging the starter, monitoring engine instruments for stable operation. 5. Taxiing. Taxiing means moving the airplane on the ground using its engine power. Use the throttle gently to move forward. Steer with the rudder pedals. Follow taxiway signs and instructions from ground control. Watch for other airplanes, vehicles, and obstacles. 6. Takeoff procedure. Takeoff is one of the most important phases. Line up on the runway center line. Apply full throttle smoothly to increase speed. Monitor airspeed indicator closely. At the rotate speed specific to each airplane, gently pull back on the yoke to lift the nose. Maintain a steady climb angle to gain altitude safely. 7. Climbing and cruising. After takeoff, retract the landing gear and flaps once safely airborne. Adjust throttle to maintain cruising speed. Use trim controls to keep the airplane balanced without constant control pressure. Monitor instruments and communicate with air traffic control as needed. Maintain altitude and heading according to flight plan. 8. Maneuvering the airplane. Controlling the airplane includes pitch, adjusting nose up, down for altitude changes. Roll, tilting wings to turn. Yaw, turning nose left, right with rudder. Coordinated turns involve using ailerons and rudder together to avoid slipping or skidding. Use flaps when slowing down or preparing for landing to increase lift at lower speeds. 9. Approaching for landing. Landing preparation includes communicating with tower control for clearance, reducing speed gradually using throttle and flaps, lowering landing gear, aligning with the runway using visual references and instruments, maintaining a stable descent rate. 10. Landing. Landing is precise and controlled. Keep the nose slightly up to allow the main wheels to touch first. Use throttle to manage descent speed. After touchdown, apply brakes gently. Retract flaps after slowing down. Exit the runway safely as directed by control tower. 11. Post-landing procedures. Once on the ground, taxi to the designated parking area. Shut down engines safely. Perform post-flight inspection. Secure the airplane. 12. Safety tips. Flying demands respect for safety. Always double-check instruments and controls. Never fly in bad weather unless trained and equipped. Stay in contact with air traffic control. Keep learning and practicing. Summary: flying an airplane is a complex but rewarding skill that requires understanding of many systems, careful planning, and precise control. From learning the parts of the airplane to mastering takeoff, navigation, and landing, every step involves knowledge and attention to detail. With practice, patience, and respect for the rules of the sky, anyone can learn to fly safely. That completes your Complete a 2Z guide on how to fly an airplane. Ready to take off. If you like this video, please comment, share, and subscribe the channel. See you in the next video. Take care.